Hello, I'm Nige.
And I'm Anders. Welcome to the Beer Kit Review. We've done a few of these now. Today's going to be slightly different. We're doing one of Nige. So Nige, if you could elaborate.
What we're doing is it's called Better Brew, the company, and we're doing their IPA kit. Now it's not a bottom of the range kit. It's not a cheap budget range, and it's not the premium range. It's somewhere in the middle. These kits are about £13–14. And I've done this kit a few times. Basically, you get it with the kit. You get a big bag of liquid malt and some yeast, and that's it. So it's pretty basic what you get with it, and you've got to add a kilo of brewing sugar to it, or sugar in the brew. But that's pretty much. Now, I've done this kit 3 times now. The first time I did it, I drank it and thought, this is really good, and I ordered some whilst drinking the first pint of that.
Right.
It was that good, and it's not the best IPA I've had, but it goes down quicker than most because it's only about 4.5% ABV. But what we're going to do, I've got 2 bottles we're going to sample. One which I bottled in, well, probably 4 months ago. We're doing this in July. I think it was March. We bottled this. I bottled this one, and one I bottled just 2 weeks ago. So
really, I suppose it's a test of how the hops are going to survive, or if they have, or whatever.
And the other big difference, I pimped both these batches up. Now,
okay,
I dry hop them. The kit doesn't come with any dry hopping, but the first batch, when I first had it, it was great. Fine. I thought, right, well, I had some citra hops left over, some brewing. So I thought, right, I'll chuck that in, dry hop it. And it was fantastic. So I did the same thing this time.
Okay.
So,
okay.
But yes, but this is what you can do. Now, the hops cost me about £7.50 for 100 grams. So it does, you're looking at half that amount. I dry hop if you use 50 grams. So it's a good way to pimp up your beer kit and get an even better beer from it. But bottom line, this was a good kit anyway, in my experience. But we'll see. We'll go through the taste experience.
Let's see what happens. Okay.
I'll fire up the cap.
Fire that.
And this is the 4-month-old one first that we're going to do.
Okay, right. Let's go for that. Oh, hello. Oh, it's been a bit ferocious, this. I can't get in.
You can't get the top off.
I mean, it's okay. That was really quite stuck on.
Wow. It's nice.
Right.
Yeah. Looks like a proper beer. It's quite dark. It's not your light IPAs.
No, I'm getting an aroma off this as well.
Oh,
that's really quite pleasant.
I think that's the citra hops.
Oh, that is nice.
That smells fantastic. This smells like a proper craft beer.
It does, doesn't it? It doesn't. Yeah, and that is very clear as well, may I say.
You can see the clarity there. Oh, I'm going in because I've been looking at this all day.
Oh, that's lovely. There's a bit of caramel right at the end of that.
Yeah.
I mean, initial thoughts, very well balanced. I haven't tried this one. think you've.
I think it's fairly full-bodied.
Mm.
The best way to describe it, it's got that caramel. It's almost not quite syrupy, but there's a heaviness to this.
Yeah.
And it's a bit like Shipyard. I don't know if you've had Shipyard in the.
I have, but a long time ago.
No, not it reminds me a little bit about that, bit nicer.
This is, I mean, it's incredibly well balanced. It's got a good body to it. It's got a good body, but yet quite light.
Yeah.
It's not a heavy beer by any means.
Like I said, of all the kits I've brewed, I think I've brewed much better beers in the past. Better. They've been stronger. But because this is 4.5%, this goes quicker than any other homebrew beer I've made. Also, my son helps drink that quite a bit, or has done in the past.
He's quite a helpful lad, isn't he?
Yes, good boy. But also, with this, I've given again with the latest batch, I've given a few bottles away, which speeds up the process of getting through your batch. Because I'm happy giving that away because I know it's good.
You know, it's decent enough stuff. Yeah.
It doesn't taste like homebrew. That's why when I tasted this, the first kit I ever made, I bought another one straight away. I've just been looking for a lower ABV session IPA.
Oh, yeah. Without doubt, this is a very decent beer. It doesn't have that homebrew aura about it. It does have. It is the sort of beer that you could pull from a tap at a pub.
Yeah. Well, we've just had a little break and we've got through this first one. I think it's fantastic. But I did brew it. It is mine.
You did say, however,
yeah,
it's just a little bit too much caramel at the end for you. Is that right?
Yes, but this tastes like a proper beer. I've spent really good money on some beers in the past, and it's not been nearly as good as this. And I've just done some sums, even with the extra pimping up with the dry hopping. This works out at 47p a pint. Which is not bad.
Really not bad, is it? No.
But the quality that we're getting.
And it's excellent quality. I mean, there's some excellent brewing going on there. We mentioned the colour at the beginning, and it's clear.
Yeah.
No, that's a well brewed point.
Well, thank you very much. Yeah. The one we're going to have next, the new batch, a few days ago, I gave my dad a bottle of that. I hadn't actually tasted it at that point. Okay. We went out and did our out and about episode, and I saw my dad the next day, and he says, "I tried your beer." And he said it was really good. He said it tasted like one I'd get in the pub,
which is honestly, to a home brewer, that's all you want to hear, isn't it?
It is. That was just wow, and that's exactly what you want. The whole purpose of homebrewing is you want to recreate that fantastic beer you get in the pub.
Absolutely. And I'll admit myself that when I first started this, and in an awful lot of the beers I still brew these days, there's always a hint of homebrew about them. But the Holy Grail is getting away from that.
Yeah.
And that certainly has done. Get your beer can rammed up.
I'm just firing it up. It's on. Let's get the next one in the bottle. Out of the bottle into the glass.
Oh, yeah, I'm getting, that's, yeah, you can tell the hops are fresher.
Yeah. Well, literally, it's 2 weeks old. This.
Yeah.
It's not completely clear. Got a bit of haze still. Completely different.
Yeah, there's still a bit of haze, but that's all right. And that does smell.
Now, just to complicate things slightly more.
Don't complicate things.
This also had 50 grams of citra hops, which I pimped it up with, but I also had some Galaxy hops left over. And I put 25 grams of those in, but for those ones, I steeped in hot water for 10 minutes.
Ah, yeah.
So
teabagging.
It's the same beer kit as the base, but it's going to be, there's slightly different on the back end of this one. You'll see once you.
Yeah. So, sorry, you had Citra and you had Galaxy.
Yeah.
And sorry, what were the measurements you put in? 50, did you fit
50 grams of citra hops, which went in dry.
Yeah.
Straight into I'll put them in little sack things.
Yeah.
And the Galaxy hops, I put them in a little pouch thing, and I soaked it in boiling water for 10 minutes.
Another 50 grams?
No, just 25.
Just 25. Right, beg your pardon. You might have said that earlier on, but
probably
I was too busy smelling your beer.
Anyway, I'm going in.
Continue.
God, this is actually different from the one I had last night.
Really?
Or 2 nights ago. This actually tastes a bit smoother.
I'm trying to work out what I'm getting at the end.
That's the dry hopping from the Galaxy hops.
Must be the Galaxy.
Right
yeah, that's the only difference I can. Yes, must be.
That's the bit it has it right at the back end.
And we're back. Had a little break, and we've been mulling this over.
Yes.
How old did you say this is in the bottom? 13 days?
13 days, yes.
Yeah. I think the opening of that beer is sublime. I think it's just a little bit too young, and I think the back end kicks too much Galaxy. Booshak.
Which I quite like, but there is a youngness to the whole flavour, and I think that needs another couple of weeks.
I reckon, given a couple of weeks, that's going to be an absolute belter.
Yeah. The first one definitely was nicer.
Oh, yeah.
But there's hints that this could be nicer.
Yeah, like I say, the opening is faultless.
Yeah.
And as you said, there's a haziness to it.
It's just not clear, and that does taste. Actually, it's not that homebrewy either.
No. Well, I honestly think it's just a bit too.
Just needs conditioning a little bit more.
Yeah, a bit too strong on the hops at the end. I think they need to level out a bit.
Well, that's in your opinion. I think that's quite good.
Yeah,
I like hops, but it does need a little bit more time.
Does need time.
But anyway, to sum up, Better Brew IPA, Indian Pale Ale. It's a damn fine kit, and I don't think you can go wrong with it. I've brewed it 3 times. I know I've done extra bits to it the last couple, but the first one, brilliant. I don't think you can go wrong with the kit.
I have to say, I've never tried it before, and I will be trying it because, like you say, at 4.5%, it is one that you can just chug through.
Coming up in a few months, I've got a lager one, which is going to be my next brew. It's the Better Brew Czech Pills.
Ooh.
so there will be another Better Brew review from there, and we might revisit this one.
Well, yeah, I've still got a bottle of the most recent one, so.
And I can probably get another couple of bottles to you if need be.
Yeah.
But anyway,
probably a fair time to leave.
Yes. So
like, subscribe,
all that stuff.
Yeah.
And
until next time, cheers.